Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's a Saturday, and we are here to rank 8-bit video games. Had to delay the stream a day. My daughter was we had to take my daughter to the doctor. She's fine, but we had to take her in to get her looked at for something that was weird and is a mystery, but she's fine. Yes, we are here to rank some 8-bit video games. We've got a long list of games that have already been ranked, 584 of them to be exact. With Raid 2020 down here at the bottom, which is it's a very bad video game. Up at the top, Mega Man 2. Which is a better game than Raid 2020. I think anyone would agree with the science here. I don't think that I don't think you're going to find too many like rogue scientists out there trying to discredit this. But these days, who knows, right? There's a lot of bad stuff happening out there in the world of science. But we'll try to keep things on the up and up here. If you want to contribute, you can suggest games for the list. And by to do so, you can sign up for the Patreon over at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Sign up for the advisory panel, and you can suggest games. But at different tiers, you will get access to the Discord, and you will get access to a bonus podcast that happens every week, and you will get access to all sorts of things. If you look over there right now, this is something anybody can look at. It is available for free. I wrote a review for Skate, which is coming out in about 3 weeks here. There is basically a review of that. I kind of, it's kind of giving them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because it's not out for a few weeks. They did say that the build that they have available right now is the build. That thing's a real. That thing's got some bugs. That thing's got a lot of issues for a thing that has been in development for a very long time and is still got markers on it that say pre-alpha gameplay, early access, like all this other stuff. It's really they've been working on that thing for a very long time, and for it to have the number of issues that it has is like kind of crazy. The skating itself is okay. It's fine. Like the control, like that's the bummer about, like the bummer about Skate is that the core of it, the thing you do, the skating is good. It's just that the world you're skating in is bad. And the all of the challenges and all of the things that they built for it. So it's like they built it specifically for people who have been making, well, whatever. We'll talk about it. We'll talk more about Skate 4. You can go read you can go read what I wrote about Skate on the Patreon right now. It's there. Go check that out, and while you're there, sign up. You can get, even at a free tier, you will get updates such as what I wrote about Skate. And with that, why don't we get involved here? I can't hit that button. The Stream Deck is broken. Okay, we'll go over here then. Our first game comes to us from 3 o'clock T, who suggested another one of these Capcom Disney games. They made a lot of these. One of them is very good. Is this the one? I don't know. Let's find out. It's TaleSpin. And then the plane is gone, and then the plane comes back. And then the plane sits here, frozen in time, then it disappears, and then the plane comes back. Wake up, Baloo. We've got lots of work today. I've lined up 8 assignments already, so get out of your hammock and shake a leg. And by the way, Baloo, Don Carnage and the pirates are intercepting cargo planes, so do me a favor, be careful. Fly over the sea, and you should find your destination. That's how that works. But watch out for Don Carnage. If you happen to find more cargo, pick it up and deliver it. What is this, Death Stranding? Wow, what they? This is like, it's like they made a. It's like they made Bad Sky Kid. It's like they made Section Z. They made Disney Section Z. What the hell? This, I can't shoot often enough for this to, like, this feels terrible. What the? So, one bullet on screen at a time. The timing of which feels terrible. Like, oh, what the? The movement on the plane is slow. I can't turn around. Like sometimes, like the A button is there to turn you around, but sometimes it just doesn't. Like if I am okay, so if I am climbing or diving, the A button does nothing. I have to like level out if I want to change direction. Dude, what is this? Yeah, and instead of just like drawing the sprite going in the other direction, they make it so you turn around and fly the other way. Which is, I don't know, it's a choice. Can I turn? Is that cherry still there? No, but this fucking thing's back. Okay, so the things that look like pots are not things for you to shoot. They're cargo for you to collect. It would appear. This, like the forward movement and the backwards movement are like different speeds. If I move in a diagonal if I move diagonally forward or back, the pitch of the craft will not change. And so I can't move forward and down and like strafe. I can't strafe an enemy. Where's this going to put me? All right, well, I mean, no sense in wasting a continue. This is already like just a series of incredibly bad choices. Oh, fuck you. Are you kidding me? You got scrolled off the screen in a game where you can literally aim backwards so you're dead. That's what this game just said. Okay, all right. This is ridiculous. One has to presume that there is some sort of upgrade track in this game because of how miserable this controls right now. Your shots go through the power-ups, so even though I exposed that heart, the shot was still on screen, and so I was not able to shoot that flying submarine when it came my way. Oh my god, this movement is the... This is like... This is insane, the way this thing is built. There's like forward movement on the decline, so when you move down, it actually moves you slightly forward on screen. This is something else, man. All right. I caught 11 loads during that level. Parts for the engine. Parts for super rapid shot. $400,000. Mini Sea Duck, is that like an option? Parts for rapid shot. Fire away and fire fast. That sounds all right, but that doesn't sound like it actually does the thing I want it to do. It sounds like it's just going to make the bullets go faster. Mini Sea Duck, we can no longer afford. I guess is this buying a continue, I'm guessing. Speed booster. Increase Sea Duck durability by 1 point. Super rapid shot. One more reserve plane. Oh, so it's not an option. It's a... Oh, well, maybe like if you run out of health, you get a tiny extra plane to shoot in for a while. I don't know. We'll buy more continues. The baseball stadium. Like any good baseball stadium, watch out for anti-aircraft fire. 2 shots on screen at the same time. This is video games. This, yeah, this sucks, man. The movement in here is... Oh god, it's a giant baseball. see, because you can't change directions while you're going up. You have to stop and do... What the... Oh my god, this is the worst thing. I guess the benefit, though, is that I can touch the walls. Like, touching the walls does not immediately inherently damage you. So you don't have to play with any kind of finesse here. If you did, that would be a lot harder. Oh, and I can't... Yeah. And the vertical scrolling is forced. It's just a series of odd control choices that make this game worse, you know? Like, this could be just a kind of whatever, you know, hey, it's a little shooter and it's, you know, pretty simple, but, you know, hey, we're having a good time over here. Right? Instead, they've made it a game in which you are fighting the controls a lot. And it's not a good time. I only caught 5 loads in that level, but I did get a good load bonus. I'm gonna save my money for the engine because the control is so bad. That fiend Don Carnage has laid mines in the clouds. Forward motion here seems slightly more difficult. I don't know if that's because of the weather or if I'm just imagining it. Oh, look at all these loads. Give me those loads. I love these loads. Give them all to me. Give me all the loads. In. Gotta sit here until time expires? Is it what? Oh, God. Oh, here you can't go backwards in the stages. Tricky. Ah! Oh, it's because I was at the boss. You can normally go backwards, but I was too close to the end of the stage. Man, they put you on the other side of these stupid things, huh? Ugh. Right, they go diagonal on that one. Nah, I fucked that up. I fucked that up. This game is unpleasant to play. Say you loved it as a kid, but you were bad at it. I put it to you that it's not that you were bad at it, it's that it is bad. Like, you could get good at this, but don't. Like, it's the control choices they've made here are poor. I don't know that maybe someone would prove me wrong with some video online somewhere, but I feel like there's no way to actually get all of these balloons. Just stuck here waiting for time to expire. What a weird... Yeah, they made choices here. Oh, starting with the one I haven't figured out how to weave between. I guess just... That's how you do that, huh? Oh, right. And that one goes diagonal, so stop trying to dodge it. Ah! Jammed up! Baloo has met his match in not one, but 2 airplanes. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I gotta thread that needle a little smarter than I'm... Or not. $14 loads. Oh, did I lose all my money? So... Let's just see what this does, I guess. I don't know. It's just an extra life. Okay, yeah, it's just an extra life. Extra lives and extra continues. You're headed to the magic house. Don't fate, but it may be haunted. Had to go back for those loads. Haha, it's haunted. You can't move fast enough to fucking dodge those. This sucks. I guess I gotta fake them out. The hats are also a problem. Okay, but I can shoot the hats. Fuck you, hats. See, that's just a ghost now. That's just like, that's not like it's a hat and it moves. That's like literal fucking ghosts, man. What the fuck? No, turn around, asshole. Oh, these ghosts! What the fuck? It would not let me move. These controls are fucking haunted. Also, am I tiny? Is Baloo and his plane tiny? Why am I in a haunted house where the chandeliers are as big as a plane? What the fuck is happening? Are you tiny in Tails? Is everyone small in TaleSpin? Did Level Lord make this? What? Good. Doing great. Feeling good about it. Loads, finally. Ah, that fire! Look at how fast I move when I'm pushing forward here. Ah, the wall is haunted! There's Mickey Mouse hands inside the wall. Ah! All right, let's try this. Maybe one more time here. Yeah, the movement is really the killer here. The game is relatively inoffensive and it's just kind of whatever. but the way you move, I don't like the way you move in this game. Like, I'm getting stuck on walls, invisible walls. Good. So should I just avoid the ghosts then? Because they just, you know, like, they're probably easier to avoid than shoot. I think that the fire sounds like fucking anti-aircraft. Oh, you move like it. This feels inconsistent too. Like the forward movement doesn't seem like it's always that bad. Oh, this fire's lit this time for some reason. That's cool. That's real nice of him. You don't have the ability to move out of the way of some of that stuff because of how fucked up slow the plane is. This is insane, man. There's a nice little game here that they have buried under like a bunch of bad control. This is like baffling because these seem like easily, like, especially for something that's like ostensibly going to be like a kid's game or something. And how easy some of the other Capcom Disney games were. Like this game like the difficulty comes from it being bad. You know what I mean? The hardest part about this video game is the part where it sucks. Yeah. Avoiding them doesn't seem... What if there were two ghosts? Let's TaleSpin. Wow. This is not a good game. This is crazy how everything just seems way out of balance. You know, we're talking about harmonious game design and having things kind of fit together in sensible ways, right? There's no one offender here, right? If the upgrades were less expensive, or if you didn't lose money on a continue so that you could afford the engine upgrade sooner, maybe that engine upgrade mitigates some of the movement issues that this game has. If the movement was better, you wouldn't be as reliant on the upgrades to be, you know, there's multiple ways to kind of tackle it, right? But I do think that at the core of it is that issue around when you can flip upside down and when you can't, and how just the general movement works, where like if you are moving forward and back, you cannot tilt the plane up or down, because if you move in a diagonal motion, he stays pointed straight ahead. And so if you're trying to come in and get lower and shoot something that's below you, you cannot do it. You also cannot reverse the direction of the plane unless it is level and pointed straight. So if you are in the act of dive bombing a thing and you want to quickly turn around and shoot something on the other side of you, you cannot do it. And so the number of times they want you to basically let go of the controls before you can take your next action, it just feels terrible. It feels terrible. And that's before you get to the upgrades and just like one shot on screen by default and some of the other things here that are just like not worth it for these kind of like brain dead boss fights against like the baseball and some of this other stuff that you've seen. It's not worth it. It's a really bad scrolling shooter. You know, the multi-directional nature of it. At first I was like, oh, do they just kind of like take section Z and kind of, you know, because it was a fire backwards kind of thing too that Capcom made years before this. Do they just kind of take section Z and slap Disney onto it? No. Section Z is a better game. This is this absolutely feels awful. It looks okay. But feels real bad. And having scenarios where like you can only have one shot on screen and you need to shoot the upgrades to pick them up. And then as you're shooting an upgrade to pick it up, an enemy comes at you and you are unable to shoot at it because the bullet is still traveling off screen. Again, just choices they've made that, you know, fixing any two of those would make the game feel much more kind of in sync with its other parts and make all of that work. Instead, you're faced with a game that's like, yeah, I mean, it is not like the most difficult game on the planet or anything crazy like that, but it's hard for the wrong reasons. It's hard because you're fighting against the controls. It's hard because they've made the upgrades the way they've made them, and you know, it's hard for reasons that make you just not want to engage with it in the first place. And that is ultimately my recommendation here. Don't do this to yourself. It's a fairly rotten piece of business. Which is like, and that rottenness, it's hiding, right? Because you just go like, oh, you know, I don't know, Capcom made a nice, colorful, you know, they made a lot of these, and look at this one. It's a scrolling shooter. They have made a really rotten scrolling shooter here. And that's ultimately the most unfortunate thing about this is like, there's a better game hidden here, you know, with only a handful of tweaks here. It is certainly no Goonies 2. You know what I mean? Mega Man 3 is a better game. Star Tropics, now there's a video game. Ghost Lion is a better game. Super Spike V-Ball is certainly better than TaleSpin. You'd be better off with a copy of Spy Hunter. Jaws is a better game, a better licensed game. Is TaleSpin better or worse than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus? Spondylus. Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus. Is TaleSpin better or worse than that? That punch upgrade is really bad. It's really bad. But TaleSpin is worse. Thrillers Safari is a better game. Wood and Water Rage, the first Town and Country Surf designs, that's a better game. You'd be better served with a copy of Malion's Secret Castle. Alex DeMayo's Race America is better. Bomberman 2 is a better game. Rolling Thunder is a much better game. You'd be better off with a copy of Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade. Certainly Fantasy Zone is a better shooter. It's no Yo-Noid. The plane movement in 1942 is so far superior. Like 1942 is a significantly better game than TaleSpin. Breakthrough is a better game, but this is right about here. Yoshi's a better game. Is TaleSpin better or worse than the Three Stooges? It's better. It's better than Mag Max, which is not a great game either. It is worse than G.I. Joe: The Atlantis Factor, but better than Mag Max. It's our new number 356. Now, is this TaleSpin or Disney's TaleSpin? It's just listed as TaleSpin here, so we'll go with that. What is this? 107? Episode 107. And there you have it. Our new number 356. Congratulations to Baloo and the gang. Davis wanted to see this next game. You know, the 40th anniversary of this game is upon us. Or at least they released a game that they refer to as the 40th anniversary edition of this. This is not its original incarnation. I can't hit those buttons over there because the Stream Deck's not working. From JVC. This is Boulder Dash. Starring Rockford. Presumably this is still Rockford. This is from First Star Software, the company that also published Spy vs. Spy originally. And Boulder Dash is a great underground digging game that came out in like 84 for computers. And, well, this little demo will give you probably everything you need to know about it. You got to get the gems and not fall into the rocks. You got to dig. This is a much faster moving game than the original. Though this is the first level from the original Boulder Dash. But yeah, 84 came out for computers of the era, Atari 8-bit computers, and probably, I'm sure, Apple II and all of that sort of stuff. Let's get into this. Color select. So many options. It's got a plane? This is a lot like those console versions of Lode Runner, where they took a very like Western computer game and then flew it to Japan and did this to it, gave it a world map and chibi characters and all this other stuff. It's weird. It's very weird. Oh, can I just pick whatever level I want here? Well, let's pick the first one because we want the first one. I kind of miss the sound effects of the original game. I'm not going to lie here. This is much faster moving. Yeah. So your basic controls here are you just dig and get stuff, but also there are rare cases where you're going to want to dig a space out but not move into that space. And so I assume here if I hold down, let's say B, yeah. Does A do it as well? Because that's really the only thing. So you can just dig a space next to you without moving into the space. So you can, you know, make the rocks drop if you need to do that. You've heard me talk about like that type of thing where rocks will fall to the side when we were playing Crystal Mines and probably referring to it as some Boulder Dash ass physics. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. The original game did not have music in the stages. It had like a theme song, you know, like when you loaded the game up, but that's so is this going to be, yeah, okay. So this is the level with the firefly in the corner over here. So this is a case where like if you stack these things incorrectly, the boulders can lock you out of some of these little areas because the doors are so... There's a little firefly up there going back and forth. And so the enemies in the game have like specific rules that they follow about like, oh, this one will go, you know, in this direction around the edge of the open area, the walls, whatever, you know. So the enemies you encounter kind of follow a certain logic. And so it makes the game one big logic puzzle, more or less. We need that out of the way. Yeah. But the exit to the level is down there at the bottom, so we don't want to drop too many of those rocks. Also, you can push rocks. Maybe a key thing to know. We can leave the level right now, but the diamonds you get, at least in the original, you know, the diamonds you get after the quota has been met are worth like way more. And so if you want to get extra lives or whatever. This level's just one big level, no gimmicks other than don't get stuck. You know, like there are situations. This is the type of 80s computer game that needed a button where you could like kill yourself because you could get trapped and stuff. No one is ever getting that diamond down there. We've made a horrible mistake. Yeah, that's But good news, we don't need every single diamond in order to exit the level, so... Ah! Oh, that's... We're not getting in there. I guess we could go back the other way. Nah, fuck it. But yeah, you know, I assume in this version of the game, the dude is still named Rockford. But they just put out a 40th anniversary version of this onto Steam and probably consoles, I don't know, that has like good representations of the original versions of Boulder Dash and these exact levels in kind of their original form. You can play them either in Atari graphics or Commodore graphics, which is not that different. Or modern graphics. They have like a modern, like, I don't know, if you're into that whole modern video game sort of. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got some fireflies. We need 18 diamonds. So the cool thing about these fireflies... Oh. That's the cool thing about these fireflies, is that you can blow yourself up. They blow up into diamonds when killed. They turn into 9 diamonds when you kill them. But you also have to try to not kill yourself. So let's try to let's try to do this way. There would have been a slicker way for me to do this, but this will work. Okay, come around this outer edge here. There. Oh, there's a lot of level for him to go around, so maybe we just should leave. We'll run out of time. Ice World. They didn't do this whole Boulder World, Ice World thing in the original game. And there was no world map. You couldn't, I mean, you could pick... I think you could start at probably what is the start of any one of these stages. You could start at like level 1 or level 5 or level 10. Or 15, maybe every 5 or whatever, but is he gonna stay? So yeah, so these guys go like the opposite way as the other ones, I think. Where the fireflies go like clockwise, these ones go counterclockwise or something like that. Oh, fuck that up. Oh, I don't know where the exit is. That'd be good to know right about now. These guys have some kind of circle jerk over here. Ah, it's right there. Well, surely we can get one more. And then run away! This is a pretty good version of this game because it moves way faster than the original, which is, you know, good and bad. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know that it necessarily runs faster. It's just that your character seems to move a little faster here and is a little easier to control. What is this? Oh, those are just rocks. Okay, so they redraw the rocks for the different stages and stuff. Now, I don't think I can run in on the bottom when they're on the top, because I think if I even get next to them, I'll get killed, but let's find out. Yeah, you cannot be adjacent to them in any way. So we've got to let them out. It would be nice to kill them. Maybe we can set it up like this. And now that we've dug out such a big part of the level, like, it'll take them a long time to come back and get me after I let them out, so maybe I don't need to spend as much time focusing on killing them. Because he's gonna go that way, yeah. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, that's bad. That's bad for me. It's a tricky one. Oh, no! Die, motherfucker. That's right. It would not be that hard to get the rest of... Well, I don't know. The timer being what it is might say something different about that. Going and getting the other 4 on the other side, but... It's kind of a weird world map. You know, they start to back at... Just a strange... And you can pick any of the levels inside of a world. It seems like you can just kind of do them in any order. That must be the amoeba. Oh, I made a mistake. You only need 10 diamonds, so if I can get that diamond over there and then kill this dude... Oh, it's not one of the... There's a firefly down below. Right. Those guys don't turn into diamonds. So check this out. Check out this frickin' amoeba. This big blob. Oh man, there's no way. So the weird thing about the amoeba, and this is where this game just gets fucking hard. Is that if you can trap the amoeba, surround it with rocks so that it can't grow anymore, it will turn into all diamonds. But if you don't, it will eventually turn into all rocks. And sometimes, you know, it'll turn into diamonds, but you've put so many rocks everywhere that you can't get to it anyway. And so you're just kind of like stuck no matter what. Okay, that looks trapped over there. Can I get enough rocks over here to... Nope, not like that. Oh, right. I need to... Yeah. It's trying to get the rocks. So where does this put us? Oh, it resets the whole world, huh? That's... Well, we can at least see the next level here. The amoeba is kind of this game's final trick in terms of, like, check this shit out. So you've seen most of what this game can throw at you. Well, now we're fucked. See, oh no, we can do that, and that'll do that. Oh, wait, what? I forget what this is. What is this? I guess I was wrong. There's one more trick here. Is this something where rocks fall through it, and if they fall from... No. I was gonna say, do rocks fall through this and turn into diamonds on the other side? Yeah, they do. Sometimes you just got to get out of there. All right. That's Boulder Dash. So what do we got? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 levels? That sounds... 20 levels sounds right. They were... The levels were lettered in the original game, so it was like level A and level E. Whereas they've broken it up into kind of a world and level structure here. This is a pretty good version of this game. And the diamonds can kill you too. That's a pretty solid version of Boulder Dash, I gotta say. I would take that over the 30th anniversary of Boulder Dash that came out 10 years ago, which like looks and acts like a mobile game in a lot of ways. I guess, 10 years ago, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that's a pretty good version of Boulder Dash. It looks okay. It's got some, it's got the music is all right. Maybe a little repetitive in some spots, but yeah, not bad at all. Again, that 40th anniversary version just came out. Like if you want to play some Boulder Dash, actually, if you want to play some Boulder Dash, this is a pretty good version of Boulder Dash to play. This NES version is totally fine. Moves really well. Like it moves better than the original game did, which, again, just the pacing of the time it took for the tiles to be dug out and disappear and move, and like that stuff just was a little, those computers were older, the CPUs were not as good as the NES, and so it's sort of and it's a much cruder looking game graphically. I like the look of the original game, but your mileage may vary. That's a pretty good version of Boulder Dash. I'm surprised they didn't do more with this version, but I guess like it's for the same reason that in Japan, Lode Runner has a very different thing going on visually. This is the same. This is the same treatment that they gave to Lode Runner when they put out stuff on the TurboGrafx and the NES, and there are arcade versions of that of that game. The weird thing about Boulder Dash on especially like the Commodore 64, and there were a handful of games that got this treatment. Crackout is another one, which is like an Arkanoid clone. A lot of people would just make their own levels. Like hacker groups would take levels that they had made, because there was eventually they did make a Boulder Dash construction kit of some form that you could make your own levels, but I don't even know if that was an official release or something just hackers slapped together. I can't remember. I think it was an official release. But anyway, people would take those levels and package them up and call it like Boulder Dash 7 and Boulder Dash 22 and Boulder Dash, like hacker, like they would put out all of these crazy like bootleg level packs for Boulder Dash. Gauntlet for the Commodore 64 was another one where there were a bunch of like fake levels for those games that would come out. But yeah, there's a crazy number of like basically Boulder Dash ROM hacks out there for the original versions of the game. And very few of them had any levels worth playing. The original set of levels, I think, is really, really well done. And they're well represented here. This is, again, like I feel like most often when we're talking about ports from computer games appearing on the NES, it is usually with a relatively negative connotation because, the games are overly simplified or just play all fucked. Like, they do a lot of crummy things sometimes bringing computer games over to the NES. This is a case where I think this is in some ways a better version of the game than the original, just because of the pace of it, and the look of it. Obviously, this happened years later and on a more advanced platform, so of course. But again, we see time and time again that this usually doesn't go this way. So it's kind of awesome that this game exists at all, and it works really well on console. They're giving you a password so you can kind of pick up where you left off. The original game did not do that, so but you could start at later levels by default. So you could start at level E if you wanted to at any given time, and that was fine. But the password system, I think, is a smart way to handle it, letting you play through the world. Like, yeah, this is a really good version of Boulder Dash. Now, if they had just given him some kind of like, I don't know, like a Powerball that you could use to throw at enemies or something. And Rockford is great, but like, what if he was a clown, I just think there's a lot you could do with this concept. Boulder Dash is very good. It's a classic game that, those puzzle ideas, much like the Adventures of Lolo and some of that stuff, like these concepts just kind of hold up. It's very straightforward, simple fucking stuff. But it's stuff that works. And I think a lot of these concepts still work today. It's better than the Three Stooges, that's for sure. It's better than Captain Comic the Adventure. It's a better game than Captain Skyhawk. Certainly a better game than Wizards and Warriors 2. Oof. Mule is another game that I think ported relatively well to the NES, but it's kind of... I don't think they necessarily take it as far as they could have. Boulder Dash is better than Mule. It's a better game than Darkwing Duck. It's a better game than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus. It's a better game than Hydlide. It's better than Spy vs. Spy, another First Star published game that got ported to the NES. This is what I'm talking about. This is a case where I think this version of the game is worse than the computer versions of Spy vs. Spy. In some ways, this Spy vs. Spy like runs a little cleaner and smoother, but like there's nuance that is lost here. Music also way worse. Let's see. This is a better game than Cabal. It's better than this kind of funky port of Smash TV. It's better than North and South. It's a better game than Snow Brothers. It's better than Rockin' Cats. Certainly a better game than Abadox. It's a better game than Muscle Tag Team Match, right? Yeah. It's a better game than Low G Man, the Low Gravity Man. It's a better game than Muscle Tag Team Match. It's better than Bases Loaded 3. Yeah. But this is kind of, this is sort of where we're... It's better than Bases Loaded 3. It's no stinger. It's better than Monster in My Pocket. It's better than Flying Warriors. It is not better than Bonk's Adventure. Even if this is not the canonical version of Bonk's Adventure, this is still a pretty good Bonk's Adventure. It's no Simon's Quest. It's better than Flying Warriors. Is Boulder Dash better or worse than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project? Manhattan Project is a better game. This is our new number 90. Boulder Dash, man. Hell of a game, always was. And it's interesting and kind of awesome to see how well it holds up here. Again, I think it's one of those timeless kind of action puzzle concepts that you can port just about anywhere as long as you do it right. There are plenty of ways to port a game like this wrong and get stuff wrong about it. Make it just not a pleasant experience playing it, And so this holds up. This holds up great. This holds up great. I guess we're going back to back on these. All right. Back to back on these ports here. Tim wanted to see this one. I don't know anything about this version of this game, but it's hard for me to imagine a world where this game holds up well on the NES, but let's find out. This is Prince of Persia. All right, so far looks like Prince of Persia so far. Oh man, watching this is a good reminder that I am no fucking good at Prince of Persia. Developed by Motive Time Limited. I thought it said movie time. Is that battery backup? No, I didn't mean to. Okay, well. Yeah. I like that the password screen can kill you. Oh, this game's gonna have a latency problem, isn't it? Of just, and most versions of Prince of Persia do. Okay, so we have A to do like a forward leap. We have B to do a tiptoe forward. Right. You're supposed to hang from that ledge there to stop that from happening. And there's like, what? There's like a guy here, right? I don't even have a sword. Yeah. This game needs like Mario skid effects when you turn. Some Scooby-Doo happening here. Now we need to jump over that. Okay, that's relatively responsive. Like, that's not though. That never was. No, we're not. We can't. Okay. Fine. We'll just take the damage. What you did? Good. Yeah, this is Prince of Persia, all right. Man, I'm terrible at Prince of Persia. Well, that's not good. I didn't want to climb back up. We wanted to hang and drop. Oh, well. You know, it's the sort of game where you need to hit that A button to jump a little bit before you want to jump. You really need to plan ahead. What, like these ones drop and fall and yeah. Good. 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 No, don't climb back up. You're just... Okay. All right. Get a little closer. Try that again. Oh, this one closes it, right? So I gotta jump over that one as well to, yeah, there we go. Ah. All right, a sword. Maybe he just pulls out the sword automatically when a fight is there? I forget. Now, I can climb up here, right? But I guess you don't want to do that, huh? Okay. Down we go. Now, do these spikes... Yeah, okay. I never had this game down, man. I played a lot of Prince of Persia and never got anywhere. Okay, so if you do have to tiptoe onto them to live. Great. Do I have to go get the sword again? I probably do, huh? Again, with the... All right. Okay, let's go try to get this sword. Again. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Okay. Run, jump, open door. Fall carefully. Fall to your death. Nailed it. This game got ported to so many different systems. Like, yeah, there's like a Sega CD version. I don't know what is considered the like definitive version of this game these days. So I can't go back the way I came, right? Because those gates close behind you. So I kind of have to go this way, right? Cool. No. Well, now, okay, so now that that's fallen, can I do this? Okay, no, I can't. Ah, aha! Aha! I'm unstoppable. Because that was my problem. I was running out of life. And so now with one more pip of health here... See? Get those 10 minutes back. Okay. What did I do here? I already forgot. You just walk off the edge the other way? Yeah, okay. Okay. It's a classic. The game's a classic. Prince of Persia, the classic game. It's a classic. Okay, apparently I didn't grab on that time. Okay. Now there's just spikes down there, but if I run and jump, is there a? If I run and jump off to the left, is that a? That is probably what I have to do, isn't it? Because I don't think there's anything this way. Only one way to find out. Oh, the screen scrolled and answered my question, but I was too busy running to receive the news. Okay, so it seems like I have to go back the way I came because there's nothing down there. Oh, so if I don't hit, like, that's kind of weird that if you don't hit start quickly, it just eventually goes like, oh, you just want to stay dead? That's fine. So we run off here. We hold up. No? We hold A. Did I need to hold A there? Is that... All right. Yeah, if only I could, like, rewind time or something. That's crazy. Who would... Ah! It's a lot of frames of animation. Ah! No, 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 no. Okay, I can still jump back up though, right? The classic Prince of Persia experience, jumping in the air for nothing. So I can't do this, can I? Yeah, there's not enough room there to do that. Do I need to go up high and then jump? Like if I go pop, pop, can he jump twice quickly? Since he's already running. That's the question. Oh, dude, I have no idea. But jump is kind of the only thing I can think of. Oh, I just do a standing jump. Right, we don't need to run. Yeah. Right, the fucking A button just does this jump. Good. Oh, ah, ha-ha! This time we're saving the princess? Is that what's the story of the Prince of Persia? There's a girl that needs to be saved, right? I mean, I am more of a flashback man. Flashback is a cool game. Though I think Flashback has its share of absolute bullshit, too. I mean, let's not get too precious about any of this. All right, time to die in this sword fight. Okay. Wow. 28748-737. You get to fight Mike Tyson. Smoked! Delicious potion. Does the potion give you more life or does it kill you? I think it kills you, right? Can I make this jump this way? No. And that other jump is a little too far to make, right? Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, if I was holding up, I probably could have. At least I didn't take damage. Whee! Whee! Turns out if you just hit A bunch. Another potion. Oh. Surely this potion kills you. I don't trust any of these potions now. I mean, they put it right after that fight as if to say, like, get your health back, but of course they would do that. Nope. Look at this potion. It's fancy. They wouldn't put it all the way up here if it wasn't, like, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Oh, I hate this. The dedicated tiptoe button is nice. I feel like you would end up in situations in the original game where just the controls were also a little limited in ways that would you know, you would try to run and not. Okay, here's this. Oh. Fuck. Fuck. We're never gonna get that far again. I can feel it. I kept my extra health, at least. I just got to cut them off. Like that, I guess I didn't realize that that forward step they were taking was a swing, and I need to stuff it every single time. Well, now that I don't give a fuck about anything or anyone. Okay. No, this is, I'm gonna, yeah, yeah, good. Doing great here. Regular parkour master. Good, good. Grab the thing. Stupid ass. The worst prince. I hate everything. Okay, it's fine. All right. I feel like this, in a lot of ways, is the classic Apple II Prince of Persia experience of, like, I didn't hit the button in time, it just didn't line up right. Like, I'm not dying, but we're wasting a ton of time here by falling off this ledge over and over again, and like, this is Prince of Persia. That time should have been it, but maybe I thought I would needed to hold up, and maybe I need to hold up and A, or maybe I need to just hold A. All right, up and A did it well enough for me to come into this room and die in this sword fight. Now I want to try this potion. Just can't. Okay. If I walk off and grab that, okay, that'll work. All right. I wasn't even holding the direction. I let off during the screen transition, but because I ran off the screen, the momentum was enough that I was dead as soon as I got here. Now that's video games. Now that's Prince of Persia. What's down here? Cool. Hell yeah. It really is just I need to maybe mash A a little more, like, emphatically. At least we know these potions are friendly. Right. Yep. Nail it. Oh, this. It's good they put a time limit in this to, like, extra, so I can twist the knife on every single little fuck up you make. You know? All right, so we're going to do this the smart way this time. You'll see. No, you stupid ass. Go down. Fuck it. We're going to do it the smart way this time by not getting the potion. How about that? Oh, guys, we are getting the potion. That's the extra super secret smart way that I was actually talking about. Where now we're going to tiptoe off this side of the screen. We didn't try this one, right? Well, we're about to. Okay. Did that one hurt me? It seemed like the screen flashed red there, right? Yeah. But it didn't kill me, so. Fucked, boy. I'm guessing that potion stays drank up there. I don't need to go back up. Wait, but that's the way I went to do stuff, right? Is there? No. I had to come back down and around. Don't mind me. Right. I will say, you know, having additional buttons and a controller and stuff, like, this is, in a lot of ways, a really good version of this game, because I feel like the thing that I died from most as a kid playing it on an Apple II was like playing with a keyboard and trying to make sure that you're hitting the right button and remembering, hold this button so that you walk, and oh, you didn't push this key, like the input delay and the basically like how often it was reading your inputs just seemed like so much lower on an Apple II, which is sensible. You just had to be twice as deliberate with your actions, and as a, you know, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, that was not a level of patience I had. And so Prince of Persia is just like a really great way to fucking die over and over again and go, man, fuck this. But I'm going to keep playing it because we only have 4 games in the computer lab. Haha, I was hitting the B button instead of the A button, and now we're dead. Huh. I wonder if there's an alternate route around that guy. I just thought of that because oh, fuck, man. Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me! All right. Yeah, I mean, it's no Gertrude's Secrets. I mean, if we were ranking Apple II games, it's Rocky's Boots, Gertrude's Secrets, and then everything else, you know? Yeah, Lemonade is right there as well. Lemonade has retro achievements, by the way. If you like having a good time, you can go find yourself an Apple II emulator and the right version of Lemonade Stand, and Oh. All right, now we are in need of this. When Riff Raff wrote the song Tiptoeing in My Jordans, he was talking about Jordan Mechner, and he was talking about Prince of Persia. Not a lot of people know that. Ah, fuck you. And then this one was the poison one. Even the sound effect of me falling and dying was significantly delayed. Oh, I gotta hit start or else we're... Okay. You just gotta be there as soon as, you know, as soon as he steps, as soon as he crosses that line, this habitual line stepper, you need to be there ready to fucking stuff it every single time. Ah, that's not quite, okay, whatever. All right, we didn't take damage. I don't know what happened there, but that's fine. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. We're speed running now. Ah, you fuckhead. Ah! The music is maybe not awesome here. I don't know. So can I go that way? It looks like I can. And so if I go under this fight, yeah. If I go under this fight, there's nothing here. Great. Nothing but the fight. We must have to go that way. This'll go fine. There. Nice of it to say, exit opened. Thank you. Oh, catch it. Okay. Well, that's easy. This game's easy. It's a game for babies. just cruel. Oh, hello. Nothing here. I feel like going down has rarely resulted in anything good in Prince of Persia. Ah. A potion I don't need. Now I can use that potion. We know the inputs in this game are really shitty, but don't anticipate it too much, or else we're just gonna kill you here anyway. We know you need to hit the jump button early, just not that early. Oh, my God. This is a pretty violent game for the NES, you know, when you think about... There's nothing here. When you think about the way Nintendo tended to govern, I wonder if this was just a case where they were like, this game was already legendary by the time. All right, well, we found the exit. Now what? I guess we go this way. Nope, this is where we just did this. Okay. We probably have to go and do a bunch of shit on the right to open the exit. Oh, the perspective makes that even worse. Trying to do it from the other side. Great. Good. Yep. Good printing. Surely. All right, so is there nothing over here? I don't really see any ways up or down or anything. Right? Nothing, yeah, nothing here that I'm like grabbing onto or... Well, is that floor panel over there is not breaking open at the bottom, right? Let's just double check. Yeah, no. Nothing there. I can go up here. Stop. Or I guess you... Oh, boy. I guess the right move is to not run in that room at all. It's funny, because, like, the default speed is fucking haul ass, bro. You push to the left, and it's the haul ass, bro button. And we put another one of these there for you, just for funsies. Okay, okay. What's the most recent wait, no, this is where we need to be up high. We need to get up there and jump. Yeah, okay. What's the most recent version of this game? I feel like they must have made like an XBLA game or something Yeah. Is there an XBLA remake of this? I mean, of this game specifically, like not like a Prince of Persia. I mean, like, yeah, there's a remake. Yeah, XBLA. All right, cool. And that was a good version of the game? Okay. It would say exit opened if that was opening the exit. You were not holding the up and A button, stupid. What are you, a dummy? What are you, some kind of idiot? Hey, moron. Hey, you fucking dope. Fall to your death again, idiot. Ugh. I don't really have, you know, other than like, you know, having like a reverence for this game that I think, you know, do I think this game is like amazing to play? Like, nah, I mean, no, dude. It's like Prince of Persia, but it's Prince of Persia. You gotta give it up for Prince of Persia. Because when it came out, how crazy it was. All right, here we go. Hold the buttons, do the thing, yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah! Yeah, are there tiles above over there? I mean, that's really the only other potential solution. Other than go up and to the left, right? I mean, that's the other thing that we haven't done yet. This is the furthest I've ever been in this game. That is what the science does. We must know. And so this is the most Prince of Persia I've ever, like, this is the most I've ever seen. This is a thing that an asshole would do when making a game. Yeah, no, if you jump, you can see the tiles wiggle. Oh, cool. And they're fun to approach from this side as well. I'm going to go back to bed. It's Saturday. Why are we even doing... God damn it. All right. Okay, turn, jump, jump, get up there. We haven't gone to the left here yet. We don't know what's over that away. I wonder if this is just a cool bonus to get that potion, and the right way to go to finish the level is to go left. Yeah, do I need to step through them? Is it... we should stop. We should... I bet left is the right way to go there, and that this is just a way to go for this. Oh, right. I gotta. Oh, right. I gotta. Jump and stop moving. Just stop, man. Just stop. Oh, okay. You do have to. Oh, right. Yeah. You do have to run and jump to get through the teeth doors. Well. Last try at this, and then we're just going to go to the left next time. I did not take 2 steps there. I let go of the butt. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, no. Let's see if it pre-inputs the password. It does not. We're done. Let me drink this cool potion. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Prince of Persia. 92. So, like, this is a weird... I mean, it's a crazy version to be coming out on the NES in 92. All those years after the original. But this is a pretty faithful version of this game, and yeah, this game did see a 90s sort of resurgence with this version. Like when Virgin picked it up, they put it out on Sega CD, and there's that SNES version that's like kind of different, right? Like that's a different thing almost, if I remember correctly. But this game is, you know, this is like Tetris, man. You put Prince of Persia on everything. How long does this demo go? Is it just going to play the whole first level? If I just sit here, will it play the whole game? It just stops to get in the sword? Okay. This is like kind of a lot that they're showing you here. Like it's a really good, clean run. Oh, wait, what? He's mashing that block, that like counter button. That's all you get. That's a very clean run of that stuff. Prince of Persia. I was saying, I don't really have a lot of reverence for the modern Prince of Persia series. Like people are got all into Sands of Time and all that other, like I just never had any real deep interest in any of those games. And actual original Prince of Persia here is a really neat game, man. It you know, especially when you take into account when it actually came out. Seeing it in 1992 and playing this game in 92 against some of the other games that were out, just in terms of action and responsiveness and controllers and all of that, like Prince of Persia must have felt like a relic. In fact, as someone who did play like some of the Sega CD version in the 90s, it just seemed weird to me that it was out at all. You know, it was just like, why, you know, Like I played this game years ago. Like, why are they bringing it out again? Why, is this, what is the Sega CD that desperate for? Yes, it is. Okay, all right. Well, Prince of Persia, I guess. Is it 89 for Apple II? I guess ultimately it's not that many years. It's just, it's one of those things that's on the other side of a generation, It's like it's a late Apple II game. Well, it's not even a late Apple II game because the Apple II has such a massive number of years when it was in service in schools, especially. I was in junior high. No, dude, I was in high school in 89, 90. The Apple II version could not have come out in 89. That can't be right. Yeah, I guess October 89 is when that game first came out. So that would have been October 89 would have been, I would have been in 8th grade. So that makes sense. Because I remember playing that game in the computer room at the junior high I was at, and then in high school I did not get access to an Apple II for another couple of years after that, when I was able to take a typewriting class, and they had Apple IIs there. But that's like in 1991, like like we still had Apple IIs. I don't know when those things got replaced, because schools got such good deals on them. Every school just had a zillion Apple IIes and Apple IICs and stuff. But yeah. So I don't know. I had like what I would call like a healthy respect for Prince of Persia, but never got anywhere in it. It was always and remember, like, the other versions of this game came on floppy disks, and so every single mistake you made was a load time, and it was just enough of a deterrent that you're just like, this takes forever. Everything in this game takes forever to do. I don't want to do this. And Prince of Persia was a game for the very, very patient, originally. So in some ways, having these console versions of the game that are much snappier, at least on the loads and reloads and everything, is kind of awesome. This is an awesome version of this game. It's again, I think when you look at the games that were coming out on the NES by 1992, the stuff that had come out, like, the lack of responsiveness gets really difficult to hand wave away. Like the rotoscoping and the frames of animation and the way it all looks is like, it's impressive. When you look at it compared to sprites on the NES and everything, it is very impressive, like how this game animates. It is still a very basic looking game. This looks better than those computer versions of the game generally, but relatively in line. Just, it's just a better color palette most of the time. And better controls, man. Like that, the controls are the same. The input latency and lag and everything is kind of crazy again. But it's a nice, slow playing, very deliberate game. That rewards that patience, I think, really nicely. Like it feels good to do well in this game. And that's not even, I don't even know that I would say I did well there, but that is, again, as someone who played fucking hours of this goddamn game on an Apple II, because I didn't, because during lunch times and everything else, we eventually convinced them to open up the computer room during lunch and after school so that we could hang out and play Apple II games. And you only had like 5 or 6 games. It was like, we had Prince of Persia, we had Droll. I had a copy of Beachhead 2. and like 3 or 4 other games, like Lemonade, and the computer, the school had copies of like Carmen Sandiego and Rocky's Boots and Gertrude's Secrets and stuff, but Oregon Trail and Lemonade and all that stuff. So I eventually copied all of those games. I eventually stole all of those games from the school because you could copy that floppy. It was very easy to copy those programs from one drive to another. And so I had my little stash of Apple II. I still do. I still have my little stash of Apple II discs. That have all of those. If those discs still work, they all have those games on them still. Yeah. Apple II is a hell of a system. But Prince of Persia I most associate with that time. And the way that game controlled was ridiculous, using the keyboard. And there was probably even more latency on the inputs than there are here. I wonder if they could have... there's an interesting thought experiment there of like, what if this game controlled well? What if this game played like modernly? Like a modern video game, like a modern 1992 console game, because that's when it came out on the NES. Like, what would that even feel like? That's the idea of like this game with snappy, responsive controls seems like it would be ridiculous. Like it would be pointless. what would you even do? So I don't know. It's a faithful version of the game in that it kind of is fucked up. I don't know. Prince of Persia is kind of fucked up at the end of the day. But I appreciate that, like this is a good version of this game. This is an acceptable way to play this game. I don't know, man. Like, unless there's some gore or something that they did cut for Nintendo reasons, and I'm just not aware of it. Like this seems like a fully functional, fully featured version of this game. And so you could get away with playing this thing here. It's better than I thought it would be. That's for sure. But still kind of a weird fit overall because of, the nature of that game and how it moves compared to NES games that appeared on that platform by that time. You're comparing it to something with like very snappy controls, like a Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario Brothers 3 or, whatever. Like it's a really strange comparison. It's a really, really strange comparison. I mean, it's certainly better than Hills Far. It's better than Kid Cool and the Quest for the 7 Wonder Herbs. It's better than Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the Taito game. It's better than Kings of the Beach, professional beach volleyball. It's better than Toxic Crusaders. I think I feel about this game very similarly to how I feel about Mule. Where like this is a totally acceptable place to play Mule, but comparing it to other games on the platform kind of reveals some things about Mule and the way it was, the way it has to be because of the game it is, that you're like, this maybe is not a great fit here. I think this is a better fit in some ways than Mule was. But it's probably somewhere right in here. It's well, let's think about it here. It's better than Flight of the Intruder. It's better than Isolated Warrior. It's better than The Legend of Kage. Scientifically speaking, is Prince of Persia better than Legacy of the Wizard? I mean, if we were judging on impact and all these other things and taking it larger than just this one platform, this would be a ridiculous comparison to try to make. It would be a very easy one to make as well. But I think, with a lot of that context, I think a lot of the context here ends up hurting Prince of Persia in the rankings a little bit here. It's a better game than Legacy of the Wizard. It's a better game than Mule. It's better than Pinbot. It's better than James Bond Jr. It's better than James Bond Jr. It is no Malion's Secret Castle. It's better than Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. It's better than Wrath of the Black Manta. It's better than Darkwing Duck. It is our new number 246. Very similar games, Melon's Secret Castle and Prince of Persia. In Melon's Secret Castle, you bump head to find box. In Prince of Persia, you bump head to find falling ceiling tiles. So yes, you're right. It is. They are practically the same game. And 246. Okay, so let's copy this list back over here. And there you have it. Prince of Persia. Actually a delightful thing, like a miserable experience in some ways, but that is, mostly deliberate. Next game is a holdover from last week. Raymond wanted to see this one. Wait, what is the... Okay. Can't hit that button. Got to hit it over here. Nope, wrong. Boop. Here we have Tecmo Cup Soccer Game. His name is Robin Field. His father was a famous player. I'm better than my father. Go for it, Robin! Beat the world's best players! My father taught me the jet shot, but he was a drunk. Okay. Kick off. Tecmo Cup Soccer Game. Tecmo. The national tournament is about to begin. Great games lie ahead of us. Brought to you by Tecmo. Thank you, Tecmo, for all that you do. The Razors versus the Gems. Listen. This coach says, hey, listen. All right, Billy, you can beat this team easily. Okay, great. Robin, here's today's memo. Anne, are you okay? Anne. Anne smells toast. Let's start by winning this first game. More great advice from the coach. That's how I snore. Kickoff now. Ralph got the ball. Oh no. What now? Drib, shot, pass. Let's try it. Shot. Oh, I was running the wrong way? All right, you mark. You cut. I'm going to cast cut. I got a 9 in tackle. Let's tackle. I want to catch it or punch it. We have a higher punch stat, so let's punch it. So I had to push up here, and it doesn't change any of the animation on that top screen. So that's why I thought I had to push down, because that's the way he was facing, and that's the way he was running, but okay. We are going to the other goal. What now? Pass. Oh, look at this. Look at this view of everyone on the field. Wouldn't it be nice if you actually had this at any other point in the action? Okay, you can't just stop. Time does not stop when you do in this game. Brooks, great move! There's no way we're getting this one off. Oh, I can't act until... Okay, no. Try to shoot unfettered. So here's the thing about this game. Fuck this. Robin's tack got the ball. All right, Robin, you're the guy. Shoot the fucking ball. Eject shot it. Do something, man. Robin, you suck. I can't believe it doesn't show, like, that the only thing you see on the field is the player with the ball. Like, the field at the bottom of the screen. It's crazy to me that it doesn't show you defenders so you can, like, run a different way or go, you know, you just, like... It's like random encounters, basically. Kill him. Localization's real sketchy. Like, the amount of time I spend doing nothing here is really shitty. I mean, his punch stat is higher than his catch stat, so I feel like in a case where the shot is coming in with no one near him. We have no one upfield, huh? Make my wife play this game. Like, here, you like Final Fantasy X? Pick someone for what? For what? Pick Brooke, because he scored the goal. Let's get together and make this our finest victory. Yes. Okay, now there's something I can get behind. Let's beat him with our fighting spirit. Machine gun chops in the fucking corner. Something. This is a good bit, though. I'll give it to him. For forcing me to press A to start. Gotta give credit where credit is due. However, in a disgusting way, this little display here is a show of what's wrong with this game. Of every single thing is mind-numbingly deliberate. Okay, so we're still running the same way. We did not change sides at the half. Cut him. Brooks tack. Like, watching this is lame. Like, it just, there's nothing to be done here. Just, all right, well. You just feel so helpless. Punch it. What now? Punch it again? Heading blocked. In a lot of ways, this feels like the worst case scenario with the... John is still on the ground! Oh, fuck. You know, a lot of the Tecmo sports games on this platform have this idea of commentary at the bottom of the screen, like wrestling has it. And it's like, it's neat. But it's matched up with like action-based sports games as opposed to this role-playing nightmare. Kill him! There's 4 of us here. If we can't get it done... you got 9 tackle, you got 9 cut, you cut him, you cut him, you mark him. Does mark mean you end up with the ball? I don't know. What does cut mean? I don't know either. Tackle, I understand. This is the worst case scenario. This guy has blown past 4 dudes. Brooke, you're the only good player on this team. I want you to kill this man. Well, let's try and get this shot off, I guess. Kill him. And it just, the actions take forever to the point where you're not really sure if your inputs have been registered. If you're like, do I need to hit A again like I did at the start of the game? Like a lot of the menus are kind of bad. Oh. This feeling of helplessness when you're like, we're just watching them run the field, like it's no good. If I cut, I'll come up with the ball. If I tackle, it goes who knows where. So maybe since the stats are equal, maybe it doesn't matter. Who knows if there's a rock, paper, scissors, if cut does better over dribble, or, you know, like those sorts of things we will never learn here today. Both teams fought well, but victory is decided in the PK. You 7 shooters. Ride the fucking pine. So I have to decide before it's even coming. Just a series of fucking coin flips. Oh.
Oh, no. All right. Last chance. James, it's all riding on you. Wow. Nothing. Just second game. Boom. Back to this fucking menu. No victory, like, yay, cutscene, nothing. Just ... comma from the fucking coach. Keep a close check on are those players on the other side, because they're all just given numbers most of the time. And what do you have to say about all this? Here's today's memo. Fucking Cubert talk over here. And wash your mouth out with soap. Ready to go, says Ralph. I assume we're running the same way. Oh, okay. So some of them have names? Like there are named players on the other team that are like better? Is that how that goes? Everybody's back here, huh? Oh, I didn't even have a... What now? Punch it. Here's the thing about this game. I hate this game. It's a neat idea, you know? Kind of loses a little something without the license, I would say. Having it just be like, soccer dudes. Oh, who's got guts? David's got some guts. I feel like, you know, if you were playing a real soccer game, you would have a good idea of an individual opposing player's strengths and weaknesses, such that it should tell me the stats of the opposing player here. Maybe not the guts number, but it would be nice to have a rough idea of, like, this guy is weak to the pass. Maybe that is something you could discern if they actually keep track of it in a real way. But a lot of this game just kind of feels phony. Ultimately, that's the problem with this game, is they kind of don't go far enough with it. And it just feels fake. It feels lifeless that way, you know? Like, here's this empty field. Like, look at the field on screen right now. All we know is that here's where I am on field and that there's one guy near me. If I go to pass, we get this. And even here, all we see is the opposing players until we highlight a guy, and then they just kind of magically appear on the field. Like, it's, you know, if they were keeping real track of who is where and all of that stuff, and you could care about positioning and how you want to run up the field, and, oh, these guys are coming, I should pass before they get here, instead of this kind of, like, guessing game of, like, ooh, I'm pushing it, I should probably pass now before they get here. We'll pass it up to Kevin because he's closer, I guess. But, oh, even though there was no one there, apparently there was still someone who could intercept that pass. Like, even when you see the defending players on that little map, you don't always get a good, clean sense of, like, what the hell is happening. And I guess he must have chosen... No, he did pass. He did pass. Normally, I feel like when I pick cut, it should be like waiting for the pass and then trying to cut off the pass, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be doing? Like, what does cut even fucking do? This is the guy we were told to watch out for because he's got a real name. Mohawk guy has our number. But, like, I hit cut and it just said dribbled past him, and then he passed. Whereas, like, I would assume cut is you waiting for the pass and trying to cut it the fuck off, right? Isn't that the whole point of it? But in that last encounter back there, I picked cut twice, and he passed after the two cuts didn't do anything. There, we got it. All right, you've got dribble 18, so just fucking dust these idiots. Great. Oh, now! Whistle blow. Yeah. Thank you, Anne. Let's beat him with our fighting spirit. Again. Ralph, you suck. But you got guts, kid. I thought for sure that one would go. I don't know. Like, it's not the worst idea in the world. But the execution, I think, leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, Mark looks like... This looks like it's pretty open here. There's the one guy that's near me, but otherwise, this should be... Yeah. And now all my options are bad. See, if I had known that there was no one upfield to pass to, I would not have picked fucking pass. This game is fucking awful. Like, that's... Why the fuck wouldn't they do that? Can I back out of this? Okay. I mean, let's just try and dribble through it. Shoot the goddamn ball. Apparently, I just have no other players on the fucking field. All right, he's got the highest shoot stat on the team. Look, with dribble 18, I'm just gonna go, man. At least there's a little less math than fucking blitzball. You're sitting there going like, well, I guess that would be the downside of seeing the stats, right? Because you would sit there and go like, okay, well, tackle 13, this guy's got defense 4, this guy's got defense 6. Takes forever. I must be doing the math on... No, I must have to actually hit A again, huh? I've been hitting A again because all of these sequences take too long, but I was convinced it wasn't actually necessary, but apparently it is. Even though I've input all commands, we still have to hit A to execute. Yeah, this game's just kind of messy. I don't know. So I left pass and went back into pass, and it gave me different options. I think this game's kind of broken. Oh, come on. Let me get a buzzer beater in. No, absolutely not. What? Are you crazy? Am I going to play it? No. Also, the way it just goes from, like, end of game into the next game is nuts. Kevin, Brett, Ralph, James, John, David, Mark, Alvin, Felix. You all have gotten even better. Listen. Simon has a great shot. Hello, Anne. Yeah, it's stuck between kind of doing too much and not doing nearly enough. And, you know, as this franchise is like the Captain Tsubasa stuff just will not go away no matter how hard you try. You know, I'm sure that there are versions of this game that exist in some middle ground where they do a little bit more with it. Like, that's kind of the frustrating existence of this game, is that you are staring at an empty field, and so it feels like these random encounter type things, as opposed to like keeping track of where players are and where they're going, and you know, trying to be sensible about that stuff, and then showing you a bunch of players in the, you know, in the pass view where you see all of that stuff. So like keeping, like, there is some data somewhere, even if it makes it up as soon as you hit pass and has to show that screen, like there's something. And so if they just did a better job of showing that stuff, you would feel a lot more connected to the game. Right now, it just feels like random. A bunch of random dice rolls, you know, and you look at your stats and you go, well, I don't know what I'm up against. There's 3 guys here, so this will probably go bad, but maybe I can get away with this because this stat is the highest. And like, that stuff's not the worst thing in the world, but with like no feedback whatsoever about like, here's the thing you should have done, or like, hey, here's stats that indicate a direction that you might want to go in this particular situation. I think that stuff just drags this game down and takes something that, like, let's, you know, for its era is like a clever idea. You know, hey, what if we made a sports role-playing game and you had to think about these stats and do this and that? Like, it's not the worst idea in the world. I would much rather play role-playing game combat than a soccer game most of the time. So, you know, in a weird way, there's sort of that. But yeah, I think without more data, without more detail, without more kind of tactical information that you can rely on mid-match, the game ends up just feeling a little too random, ultimately. Like, that's the problem with it, you know, is you don't really get to see the field and make decisions about things based on where people actually are and where you're trying to get to, you know, like that. With that missing piece, this just kind of loses a strategic layer that it kind of needs. They've pulled out of the rules of soccer a little too far. And I think the game, it hurts for that. Obviously, you know, the licensed stuff, you know, like, you're not going to release that in the US, at least not at this time, right? With anime not being what it is now. God. ever sit back and think about just how popular anime is these days compared to what it was like 30 years ago? $40 DVDs at the Suncoast with 3 episodes of a show on it, and they never actually release all of them, and so you're just kind of fucked on top of everything else. Yes, $90 videotapes and yeah, Miami Mike and all the good stuff. It's really bonkers how just accessible that stuff is now. But that's a conversation for a different podcast. This game is bad. This is a bad game. You know, it's a neat idea with like poor execution. You know, and so it's kind of neat that it exists at all because it's an interesting attempt at this. And we'll see. You know, this type of game, like the role playing style sports game, is kind of dotted throughout time, you know? And it's funny because I think if you look at this, like there are aspects of this that you look at and go like, yeah, this stuff is kind of like Blitzball is not that much more advanced than this. Blitzball just gives you slightly more data and sucks 10 times as much. So it's neat. I don't know. It's neat, but I ultimately think that there's just a lot of presentational issues, the lack of like, oh, hey, we're gonna, you know, talk about the game you just won or anything like that. You know, there's a lot of that's missing. And I wonder if that's a situation where they were like, oh, there's all these anime cutscenes in between matches that we are not localizing. And if they just stripped it all out, that would be interesting. That'd be something where I bet the right answer here is to play a like fan translation of the Japanese version of this game. If you actually wanted to play this, that would be probably the smart move. So this just feels like a clipped out version of a probably a somewhat better game. But again, the lack of detail and all of that surrounding it is the thing that really hurts it and makes it just feel like a series of fucking coins. I mean, getting to the penalty kicks and having it just be like left or right is really bad. I was going to say embarrassing, but like, it was a different time. It's no The Legend of Kage. Tecmo Baseball is a better game. You'd be better off with a copy of Yo Noid. It's no Contra Force. But it's better than TaleSpin. Jesus. As much as I'm, again, and this is why this is the science, right? Because I have to put my personal feelings aside and say that this is a cancer. And we can see how the tumor grew when we play Final Fantasy X and we look at Blitzball. If we had nipped this in the bud back then, picture of utopia, you know, like the society, you know, like we could have, everything could have been different. If only. But scientifically speaking, the concept has merit. It is just not particularly well executed. That said, it is a better game than TaleSpin. It's better than G.I. Joe, The Atlantis Factor. It is better than RoboCop. It is a better game than Breakthrough. It's better than this funky Famicom Afterburner. And it is a better game than Frankenstein: The Monster Returns. It's our new number 351. I think with more detail, this would be this would score better, like duh, right? But I do think there's definitely like visible room for improvement in this thing. And also the name Tecmo Cup Soccer Game. They couldn't just call it Tecmo World Soccer like they did the other things, because people might confuse it for an actual fucking sports game. And so there you have it, Tecmo Cup Soccer Game, our new number 351. Okay. Still fun to look at, man. It's funny because you look at the box and there's nothing on the front cover that indicates. I imagine the back of the box must give you some kind of heads up, like, dude, warning, caution. This is not what you're looking for. This is not a fucking soccer game. And there you have it. We have a couple games left on the list that we will use for next week. Namely, Ugly Lawn wants to see Laser Invasion, and Graz wants to see Star Soldier. So we will probably take a look at that next week. And in other news, I actually spent some time over the last week hooking up a real NES controller to the Mister to make sure that functionality all worked, because that's necessary in order to hook up PowerPad games. So when things cool off and it is not 1 billion degrees in this room every single day, we will knock out some of the PowerPad games. So we have that to look forward to. Street Cop has been burning a hole in my mind for probably about a year now. That PowerPad, I bought a PowerPad off eBay thinking, great, let's get this done. And then that PowerPad showed up and reeked of cigarette smoke, if you don't remember the story. And so it's been sitting in my garage. I've been trying to air it out for a good long time. It's pretty much ready to go, I think. If you put your nose right up to it, it still smells like cigarette smoke. But it's not stinking up a room the way it did when I first opened it. So at least there's that. So yes, ideally, hopefully that PowerPad works. I actually haven't hooked that up yet. So hopefully I'll be able to hook that up and play with that and play those games the way they were meant to be played. And then I don't know. I actually, the thing I want to do is hook up a DDR mat in here and play DDR, but I know the kids will not be chill about that. So I need to pick a day when I am feeling very patient, feeling Prince of Persia levels of patience, in order to, because I know I can't fit 2 dance mats in this room. It is not big enough for that. So I won't be able to set them both up in here. Maybe I should just wait and set it up in the garage, because then we'll figure it out. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for watching this special Saturday edition of the show. Of course, you can visit the Patreon at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. And if you join the advisory panel, you can suggest a game, much like these folks did. These wonderful folks with these wonderful video games. We've got 588 games on the list, so I mean, you've really only got another year or so to suggest games before we have to move to a different platform or figure out what we're going to do next. I don't know. And all that. So thanks. And I will see you next week with more from the world of video games.